Hi, this is Sherry. I have I curated a little package of fabrics and antique pieces of quilts that I put together, and I'll have them for sale. Okay, so there's about 24 or so pieces in each one. This is a piece from an old quilt, and it's just really beautiful. I cut a piece off. It has pinks, blues, reds, greens. The back looks like that. This is a piece of I think it's a placemat. I like to find antique looking placemats and pillow shams. It has some nice colors on the back too, kind of coordinate. And you know, these can be used as, they can be cut up and used in journals as journal covers or journal pages. You can make tags, decorate tags. This is a piece of upholstery. Has some pretty soft dots on it. It's this big. That's the back. I thought this was the front. I use this as a cover in one of my journals, but I believe that this is the front. This is a piece of velveteen upholstery fabric. This is gray. It's soft, just a little square. And this is another piece of upholstery fabric. It's kind of gray. I'm not sure if that's how it's showing, but gray and whites, kind of variegated. And this is another piece of upholstery fabric. It's got a nice graphic design in it with different blues and greens. I thought that was attractive. And this is just a piece of white quilted fabric. I was able to get a good price on some chair covers that were white quilted, and I didn't need them as chair covers, but I thought they'd make. One thing I like to use them for is for pockets and different pages, but also I cut them up, same with the quilts, and make quilted tags. And this is a good base for a quilted tag or anything. I have a piece of embroidery here. This is probably antique. Got a little birdie on it, a few flowers and leaves. It's nice and thin, and because these are old and everything has been washed, but anyway, they'll have holes like this and imperfections because they've been well loved, well used. So there's that. This is a piece of another quilt. It's just a strip that I've cut. That's pretty, still kind of vibrant with the blues and the pinks, but I'm sure it's really old. At least it seems really old. And I have 3 pieces of fabric that are 12 by 18. Let me open this one up if I can. So all 3 pieces are this size. And this is a pretty blue. It's got like a house on it with beautiful flowers and trees and maybe Spanish moss hanging from them. And when I travel, I try to source some fabrics that are, I do have Joann's and other regular store fabrics too. And this is really pretty one. It's a blue. Again, it's 12 by 18. It's a pale blue on cream, and it's got a little bit of just barely a little bit of glitter gold, but it's extremely subtle. And you know, you can do all kinds of stuff with fabrics in your journals. You can, again, use them to help make a quilted type of cover. And this is another piece. This is like a feed cloth. And it's also 12 by 18. So I thought those 3 went together well. Here's a little bit of vintage embroidery. It's a corner of something else that I've cut up. Here's a little square from a vintage quilt. here. This is some glittery fabric. It's a beautiful, what do you call that? I can't think of the word, but paisley. And sometimes I take things like this and I make a fold over the edge of the page and make it a double pocket. And I don't really heat and bond these because the jewelry, the sequins and all I don't want to take the chance that they will melt. This is a small piece here of Battenberg lace. I just wanted to, to do a video so you could see exactly the different sizes because I wasn't going to measure every little bit. I'm sorry. This is a beautiful blue and white doily. At least I like it. And here's a piece of embroidered, well, it's not embroidered, but it's probably lacy type. It's cut up from something else, and it can be further cut down to decorate tags or whatever. Make it a nice edging for a page. And this is just some blue lacy stuff. I think it's a polyester. It's not antique. And I have some handkerchiefs. This is just all white, and it's got, some cut work in it. Pretty embroidery. So, these handkerchiefs make really great pockets and tags, tuck spots, used in, making like a collage fabric cover. This is a pretty blue one with pretty pink flowers. And this one is pink and green. Now this one is just half. I think I probably used the other half. But you still have two sides. There's still two sides of the embroidered little flowers with a nice edging. Here's some more sequined lacy stuff. Here's something pretty for a little page tab or edging. I have a small doily here. Those are always great. I have an 18-inch piece of lace trim. It may be vintage. I'm not 100. I won't guarantee it, but I did buy it from someone who sells vintage materials. Here's a pretty trim. It kind of dangles, and it's really pretty as a on the bottom of a page, hanging out from the journal, or at the top. But I like it, hanging down from the bottom of a page. And then here's a little coaster. Make sure I have the proper size. Some embroidery, and it's, Christmassy looking. So that's what I have there. Thank you very much for watching.